The Joe Rogan Experience.
It is a weird. We all kind of become like two-dimensional abstractions online.
Yes.
So I had friends that I waited tables with, and then what happened to me, kind of getting caught in the crossfire of the culture wars, is that I just noticed I wasn't saying things that I wanted to say. And I was like, why aren't I tweeting these things? It was weird to me. I'm like, that's weird. Why am I self-censoring? And then I realized because it was, and then once I started saying those things, I was like, oh, this is why I'm not saying these things.
Yeah, you don't want to get in the war.
But I didn't even know the war was going on.
The war's always going on.
I was an idiot.
When
I was drunk and waitressing, and I put my head up in 2015 and was like, there's a war?
When people are expressing controversial opinions, there's always a war. And on the flip side of it, there's certain people that want to believe the official story about everything, and they're just as annoying as the people that want to believe every conspiracy.
I was not aware that the war included controversial opinions, like boys and girls are different. I didn't know that the war had new rules and stuff. And Michael Malice always gives me shit. Like when I was on his podcast, because I've been doing all this, when you start kind of speaking out against the left, you end up on right-wing media because they're the only people who will have a conversation with you.
Isn't that crazy now?
Yeah, it's crazy. So I go on like Glenn Beck and I'm like, did you know that the left has different rules for themselves? And he's like, yeah, no shit, Brit. Yeah, we knew that. Like, we've been aware of this. And I'm just like this moron who's like, can you believe these double standards?
Deeply entrenched in that culture war, you wouldn't understand how far it's gone.
And I was like literally just getting high, waiting tables, trying to make jokes, trying to maybe get some of that TV money, sell a show, and like trying to pay my bills every single month. This past February was the first time since I was 17 that I knew how I was going to pay 2 months of bills. Like, that's a long time to be.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, I have some friends that are blissfully unaware, and occasionally I'll send them things. Like I have a friend of mine, and I was sending this article about all these different track and field events that are being won by men now.
Oh, God,
men
and they have no idea.
identify as women. Not only that, men that identify as women, but do you know that like in some places you don't even have to take hormones? All you have to do is identify.
Oh, no way.
Oh, yes way. Yes.
That's crazy.
Particularly like high school kids. Like you can't force them to take hormones. All they have to do is identify as a woman. It's different everywhere because no one knows what the fuck is going on. So there's all these different rules everywhere you go.
I was getting my eyebrows done, and the woman who does my eyebrows is Vietnamese, and she was telling me that her kids got their ears pierced. And she's like, oh, I went and like the kids, they got their ears pierced, and my daughter, who's not 16 yet, wanted one in the like top of her earlobe. And the guy was like, oh no, she has to be 16 to do that. And I was like, yet she can take hormones? Like,
oh, how the youngest of kids. I mean,
I was like,
the
this
hormone
is the
blockers.
stupidest state ever.
I was reading an article about this guy who's losing custody of his son because he wouldn't let his son transition at 6.
What?
His son went to his wife, and the wife and him split up, and the wife wanted to chemically castrate the boy and give him hormone blockers because she had decided that the boy was a girl. Whether or not the boy had decided or not, we're talking about a young kid. And the guy was being ordered by the state that he had to refer to
California?
the boy. I don't believe it was California. He had to refer to the boy as a girl, and he had to, and he was going to have only supervised custody now because he wasn't he was not allowed to misgender his son. His son was no longer a son. His son was now a girl. Well, here's the thing about all that shit. It's like no one wants to fight against the mob of the left, but there's no established science on any of this stuff, and everyone's different. I mean, are there people that are trans? Yeah, for sure.
Of course.
Are there young people that know that they're a girl from the time that they're young and they're trapped in a boy's body? There's so many of them that say they are. I would be an asshole to deny that.
Right.
But what do we know about this? How much do we know about this? And how much should we interfere with their hormonal development?
Well, it's so important to like brain functioning, isn't it?
Well, not just that.
And brain development, and don't you change
them become gay men. If you leave them alone, they just become gay men. There's a lot of them.
I've seen this online. There's like a lot of pushback from some communities saying that it's very anti-woman and homophobic. That a lot of these things are kind of it's like just...
Well, what's anti-woman is the competition.
Well, that, and also just like, I can't, sometimes you'll see examples of women can't talk about their periods or something because it makes like a trans woman feel bad. Or if so there's this erasure of like me being able to talk about something because it's like... That's weird to me too. I should be able to talk about my experience as a woman and not worry.
Can't. You're ruining the experience for trans people.
But see that.
Stop. Just stop. It's all about compliance. I mean, that's what most of this is about. All these nutbags that are tweeting, the ones that I follow that are tweeting 12 hours a day. It's about compliance. I mean, most of what they're doing is trying to get. There's one that I tweeted the other day, over and over and over again in all caps. She wrote, any gender can have their period. Any gender can have their period.
I'm not playing this game. This is where I draw the line. I know that we just got demonetized, but like,
no, we're demonetized as fuck. As soon as I said cunt, it was over.
Oh, I'm not. I can't. That's the thing. I'm like, do whatever you fucking want. I wanted to be a turtle when I was like 6. You know,
real turtle or a ninja turtle? A real turtle. Like live in the sewer. Turtle?
No, not all turtles live in sewers. I wanted to be like a sea turtle. Of course, you're like a ninja turtle. No, I wanted to be like a turtle in the Bahamas.
I didn't even know there was a difference between a turtle and a tortoise until I was 30.
Oh, I know. I don't think I was aware of that.
It's a different name for turtles.
There's so much we don't know.
A ground turtle and a water turtle. They're all fucking turtles.
I don't know anything really. And so that's the beauty.
Which ones lived like hundreds of years? Is it
tortoise?
Turtles? Or sea turtles do too, though.
Oh, I think so.
Yeah.
But there's tortoises in Joshua Tree.
Oh, yeah, right?
Yeah.
Did you ever run into one?
They're tortoises.
You know what
I've
they're
seen
there
them.
for?
They tag. I want to be a ranger in Joshua Tree.
They're there for when you're tripping.